This is day 1085 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. If you'd like a sponsor, come and share more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Please call me directly. We very greatly appreciate it. Today we're doing Your Adeh, Simon Sadi Ches, Sif Chav Beis, the Chav Ches. Continue Rambam. The Rambam Shita. Pektas Vav, Suras Mizbar becomes clear. The Chol Shir Chachamim, all the Shir Chachamim, who she'ain efshin lemeikam atam is when there's no other way to ascertain the taste. Komim amino, such if it's of the same species, or shisar amino, v'shein amino, or got mixed up with the same species and different species, or shiv shasik felo, you can't get the chef. But the main thing is get the chef to taste it. In Torah, maybe taste so much then it says there is a taste. Also, Ravil be also even it's more than 60. But Mashem is that time, and because it doesn't have a taste, Mutar Avil Pachas Mishishim Mutar even less than 60. Bezel Das Rabbeinu Beisesh Chasif Aleph, the Beisesh writes this, Isur Shlisar Beheter, if an Isur got mixed up in the Heter, Min B'Shein Omino, they're not the same type, not the same species, called Cheleb Shlisar Bebasar, such as forbidden fats got mixed up with meat. Yidamenu Akum, now you should taste them Omer She'en Bo Tam Cholav, he says doesn't taste the milk. Oshomer Sheyesh Bo Tam, Elishu Pogum, or it does have a taste, but it's an off taste. Mutzar Tzminiv. Ushlo you have a Sofel Ashbiach, that's as long as it's not going to get better in time. The Tzach Shlo Yadash is not love, he can't know they're relying on him. Me'ensham Akum L'tomo, there's no non-Jew to taste it. Misharim B'shishim will go out to 60. Kain Imhu Min B'mino, if it's the same species, came like a Mekamatama, since we can't distinguish the taste. Misharim B'shishim go out to 60 kind of Shana. Vegetol Ikra Dim Betima, the primary mode is tasting. The Sasa Machatim Chogin, the Gabni, and since he didn't specify otherwise, it sounds like tasting is the ideal, no matter what the case is. Ben Isser, Yosim, whether it's going to make it usher with more than 60, or Ben Heter Apostle or it's going to be make it for Heter less than 60. Chav Gimel, B'nei Zeshkasa, that what he wrote the Chelev, Dainu Tarba, that Chelev, which is forbidden fat, in Bebasar, in meat, having Mimoshin Amino, it's not the same type. Yesh Chokim, there's also argument. It's going to be explained later on, much later on in the Simon. B'zeshkasa, some count Timas Akum, now what he says, rely on the taste of the non-Jew. Sheidesh Somchim Love, doesn't know they rely on him. She's Felish Amru Bagmar, she's Somchim Love, who I feel Shedesh Somchim Love. The Kfela, the chef, which we rely on the Gemara, that's even he knows we're relying on him. Shem Lomar and Nafshi Lomar Shek, because he doesn't put his reputation line to lie. Uman Lomar I'm Nusay. A craftsman does not ruin his craft. However, but generic non-Jew, he has to be speaking innocently, unaware of our interest. For Rabbi Mikshul, many asked on him, asked on the Rambam, don't we hold, or the Beis Yosef also that matter, a non-Jew who just tells us innocently, not aware of what we're going to use the information for, is believed by the Raisa, or Akbeidus Isha Shemais Baal, only in the case of with testimony that a woman's husband has died, in order she should be able to marry, because we want to fix the situation of agunos. Not anything else. So in Dam Kikar the Raisa, according to those according to those old Tam Kikars the Raisa, seems not to be a good clarification to the Raisa. Now Bemis Lo Kasha Klam. That's the Shach Taz's question, or says not at all. The Vad the have a Ketera. Besides that, the fact that we have a chazaka of heter here, the food was kosher until the question arose. Chazaka now became damaged. When not the prohibited substance fell into it. Any chazaka which came weakened or damaged, low of the chazaka, it doesn't lose the chazaka, until the opposite comes to be proven. Ein Sham. Agam below that, but besides this, Ein Zebegera Edus Klau. It's not testimony. Shah based in Gikabu Edus said the basin have to accept this as testimony. Ein Zerakilim Mil Sabama. It's only revealing to us what went on. Edus, which we need for Din Torah, is edus which is going to which basin is going to on their basis pask in a halacha which is not clear, whereas he in other words, a court case when it's halacha which is clear, we just not need to know what the mitzvah is in order to fit the halacha. Then you don't need true edus. Bezar Gili Milsa Ba'alma. It's just revealing what the Matthias was. But besides that, that's from the Yamashal Shlomo. He adds, Milsa David Miyad. It's just something which is going to become clarified immediately. Pichoder says, the Jew's going to eat it. He's going to find out his lie if he's actually being false. It's unlikely he's going to lie. But furthermore, I feel so many times even though the whole time is the Raisa ain't got chashashi so Torah. There's no Torah prohibition about this. When the Jew tastes it, when he puts it in his mouth, the truth will become known. So even if he lied, he saw the Jew will taste the he won't eat anymore. The lo nishar chashash rak it's a little bit difficult this ksastima because he could take a big bite into his mouth. Now we told him he only has to take a small bite, but that's what the Arukh HaShulchan seems to be saying. There's only a concern on the slight taste, which he saw is going to take. V'tima eno isur Torah. Tasting is not isur d'oraisa, even by something which is treif. That's a case to place it. Those who ask, why do we need non-Jew to taste? The Chisor Amora, if the gallbladder is missing, let Yisrael lick the liver to see if it's bitter, which evidently would mean that there was some sort of there was a gallbladder at some point. It's not, so why would Yisrael lick the mixture here? It's not a question. There's just enough to lick. But we can't sort of but you have to taste it. We're swallowing, having time to be able to discern the taste of the prohibited substance. Therefore, a Jew may not do this. Those who learn from Yerk but something like Katzal, when you take meat from a butcher, then you'll do a maluach in life. You don't know if it's slaughtered or not. That you can't lick it with your lip, with your tongue. You'll have to see if it's salted or not. Just like it's also the taste. That's what we explain, not comparable. The licking you should be able to be matir, just like you're matired by the gallbladder. Here, tasting is much more than licking. When you want to test a 9-volt battery, you put your tongue on it, and immediately your tongue gets this salty taste from the electric current. So that's an immediate thing. Whereas if you want to know the bouquet of a complex prohibited substance, you have to do a little bit more in order to appreciate it, and therefore it's more than tima. That's why it's awesome. Now those who say even licking is not permitted. It's better to refrain from licking even something which has an off taste, like soap. That which the Rambi says when it's not going to get better later on, that's going to get clarified later on. The Rama writes, we don't rely on tasting with Sharin alcohol, we always reckon by 60. There are several reasons to say that this is a primary halacha, not just a b'diavad. One, you have to consider the Rashi's opinion that tima only works if you have more than 60. Since you only must posting by 60, you don't have to taste. And if it's less than 60, we're concerned, like we brought down Rashi and Ramban and see base. Rashi runs out so many cane. They also the same thing that maybe you're not tasting it properly. I think that's what he wrote to the base. Something along those lines. Anyway, so uh, 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 well, as far as Rashi actually means, plus Shishim doesn't work at all. I see more than Shishim or more. And the Rosh Hashanah evidently hold the same way. Male Batlu Musa, so once over 60, we assume it's okay, so therefore Te'ima is not necessary anymore. Also, like we saw, there are doubts which can be raised and relying on a non-Jew Mesiach Lepituma. And that expert chef is not prevalent in all places. Based on what he himself passed later on, the Bemin Bemino is Lina Basar Shma. That by Min Bemino, what's determining the same species is the name. Lo Basar Taima, not the taste, Moshe's bar, as we shall see later in the Simon. B'siati Dishmai, and Chemi Mel, Lo Shaykh Tima. So Tima is not relevant. Tima ain't all the time. Tima works for taste, but it doesn't work for the name is the same. In other words, the name is the same, even if you're not toying it. It's min b'mino. Not sure why that makes a difference. I guess because we have to know. I guess in the case of Shema, so you can't measure it, and therefore it has to go by 60. Okay, but the team made a time team because the team was only a taste. Back in practices here, with pizza tzarich im bagmar, there's some chutz fail. So why the Gemara say relying the chef? So chalukin kambatam. You can't do it in the case of shma, but only with things where it's chaluk. And so it's chaluk b'shma. It has the same time, of course, can't rely kfila. If someone's chaluk b'shma, it has a different time, then you can rely kfila, and that's the case which Gemara is talking about. Chavav tarovis iser beheter min b'mino. If you have a mixture, same species. Minator bator midorites is bator in a simple majority. Yeshua tzulmar pilosh and Rambam breish kerker as well. Being a pish 9 meter, need 2 times the heter, then the yiser proportion to 1. Chem losh shas kamakomos. Also for language of shas, there are places where mechab betray bator, 1 and 2 is bator. Then okay, it's not true. The ken ulosh, and that's the language. Remember, see raka heter rabba yiser man yiser, but only if even the heter is only slightly more than the yiser, right? 50.1% versus 49.9%. These battle is a heter. The isser is negated by the heter. The shas omer libata baruba. Maybe the shas doesn't say libata chabit. It says libata barov. So you just need a rove. The issue of tzedakah ben lachli yavish shows one the distinction between moist and dry. It's a pichodesh ve'enu ikar. Arukh HaShulchan rejects it. B'cholik b'zavei tov dvar mishnah. I wonder if Pichodesh actually said it then. Because saying Paskins that way, they are making a grave error. Torah b'Dvar Mishnah is a much greater error than Torah b'Shikol Das. Torah b'Shikol Das is a judgment call. You're saying it's just simply wrong. I mean, Torah Enchelik ben Lach Yovesh, the rice is no difference between moist and dry, but Mimino, it's the same species. The came to the chain of the since it doesn't give a taste. Batal Brov, it's Batal in majority. El Shacham Asublah Chachishim. Chacham said if it's something which is moist, then you have to have 60. This we'll explain later on. When it's dry and dry, and it's not the same mean, that's a Turk Shem the Ganki bottom of the Turbarov. So it said even there it's bottom of the Turbarov, there's no permeation from one to the other. As Chachamim goes to Chachamim said, you know what, needs 60. They should Shivashi take time also because if you cook and it does give a taste, it's also until 60. I mean, but if it's the same species, look, goes to be Yavish. Never made such a degree when it's dry. There's lo avoid the Isser Torah, because never going to come to an Isser Doraisa. Yeah. In Eino Mino Yavish B'Yavish, you're going to come to Isser Torah if Tam Kikar. By Mino, be yavish. You're never going to come to an issa d'oraisa because it's never going to be a taste. And then that's the taste of psachim. The beino mino gam be yavish. Yavish asim etor chishim, but it says no. Even yavish, you need 60 midoraisa. But that's Rashi's how become a is the min b'mino asim etor mashu. Rashi takes the position several places that min b'mino is also b'mashu. Shenuzvachin neku Rabbi Yehuda chachamim. It's not less that it says vachim. Rabbi Yehuda says min b'mino lo bato. Yehuda says min b'mino is never bato. Chachamim sarvei bato. Chachamim says bato. Kamam roi sarvei k'Rabbi Yehuda. And several roi volak Rabbi Yehuda. Chaim pasuk Rashi gamos. Therefore Rashi pasuk like him. Avakora was saying neku kula, but all rabbis argue Rashi. The svulu then they hold halacha k'chachamim lo chachamim. V'chein da'u da'as Rambam pertas so v'chos asuras ayin sham. So it's Rambam's opinion. Midvar of Shamashim, words there, it seems the Eino Mino, if it's not the same type species, Gam Biyavish Biyavish, even if it's dry and dry, Eino Batam Rob and Atera. It's not Batam Rob, Doraisa, Imi Doraisa, Shalok Dasa Tur Shemen, not like the opinion of the Tur. Bobi Ersham, also explains there, Rambam, I guess. The Yesh Osrim, Isurim, Kol Yain Nesa, their prohibitions like forbidden wine, but Tevel, untithe. Chachmir Chachamim Bitul V'Eiser B'Machmin, it's been negation. V'Eiser B'Mashu, and it answers even a minuscule amount. B'Min of the same species. Yain Nesa Chmir, so that's unique. Yain Nesa Chmir Mishum Chaim Eri. So Yain Nesa, they're severe because of the severity of the prohibition. But Tevel and untithe, the time Mishum Navay Davish Matir, because something which you rectify. Go rectify it. Because of a Rambam. That's what I remember. The Gemara Isa Tam the Keter Kach Isuro. Because the heter is the same, like it's just like it's heter, so too is Isser. Klomar. Shechita Achas, but there's a creed just like one kernel of Truma. The rice that works to exempt the rest of the pile. Chen Gam Yisuba have a kosher. Therefore, Isser also is in even one kernel. Tamashami Yomishami. Perik Vav Nidarim, this actually appears in Yerushalmi. And the back says, "Gam Shashlon Nidarim don't test Mashu came quite close to Hashem. It's Tosh Neatomi." Also seems that way from the Bavli, I guess not as explicitly, and the Taisa says we have to take to count both for reasons, for some reason. Kavches, but Tantamin Bimino Bata Barov. Why is Bimino Bata Barov? It's Barbagmar. The Gemara says, "Yofinan mi Abbas Yom Kippurim." Yom Kippur. The Chesiv says, "Kach midama par midama." So you have to take from the blood of the ox and the blood of the sira of the goat. Marvan sira, the male goat. Marvan, and you mix it together. The zorek al mezech and you throw them his back. But whatever you do, it's well known. Shadama shopam rubi dam soyer. There's more blood in ox than in a goat. Im kozenim les kora dam soyer. Torah calls it the blood of the goat. Shnami, now this is right. The dam apor eno batu dam soyer. The blood of the ox does not negate the blood of the goat. Zedoi shabir mikan. Therefore, Rabbi learned here. The mean by mino eno bato. The mean mino is not bato. Rabbanan tzvilu the tam who mishum the kol elam is bechem v'amim zed. So no, it's a different, unique halacha. But things that show up in the Uzech, they don't negate each other. Nekushasa, there's the sanctity thereof. The Yisbir Atam, the Atam, Min Mino Eno Batel. And they said that if it was an issue of Min B'Mino Eno Batel, Chaisel Ator Lashmeinu B'Davar, Sheinu Olam Mizech, Torsha Tos Yisrael was saying, but that's got to Mizbech, of Mizbech. Custom Davar Shalom Mizech, since row is something which was brought on the altar. Shemami, now this include the La Vachi. If it wasn't like this, Kamina B'Mino Batel. If it's not Akdesh, Min B'Mino is Batel. Mashu Gemara, the Chachamim Lamdu Mikrazeh, the Min B'Mino Batel. Some of the Chachamim learn from this pasuk that Min B'Mino is Batel. Chen Kasava Smag, L'Lavin Som Mitzvah Kuplem Chesed. Chen Kasava Rashba B'Toras Habayis. So this is one reason which is given from learning out from we're trying to learn out from Kachim. And Kachim is not batel. So that's our inference is by anything else, it is batel. Okay, then with Chavtes, tomorrow we'll see Rashi Shita, which seems to be different.